This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports here, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers. New Zealand. They just kicked out pre-tournament favorites England out of the T20 World Cup. Well, my viewers and subscribers, they just cannot make this thing up. If I hear about Dark Horse team, if I hear about Underdog, New Zealand, they went out there and they just took care of business. It's when it comes on to a final or a semi-final, quarter-final, you can't take anything for granted. Anybody can go out there and win on the day. You know, that is why medals are given out at the final. They don't give out medal from the group stage. The way in which England got out the blocks, dominated and reached to the semi-finals, one would think that they would have, you know, gotten past New Zealand and would have gone straight into the finals. But I tell you, when you have good quality cricketers coming together, they might not be the most powerful cricketers in the world, but once they are able to come up with a game plan, stick with that plan, go out and play some good cricket, they can definitely come out on the winning end. And that is exactly what happened. As Ian Bishop said in the last T20 World Cup, remember the name. England will definitely have to remember the name of Mr. Mitchell. Daryl Mitchell, you know, went out there, opened, he batted right through, and he did England dirty. I'm sorry, England, just one of those things. I personally had you guys to win the World Cup, but the fact that you're out, I am not going to lose any sleep, or I'm not going to break any sweat. It's just that based on the team, the combination of the team that you guys have, you know, I was expecting you guys to go out there and win it. But the mere fact that New Zealand got the better of them, I don't feel any way. So 166 for 4 is what England got. You know, they Johnny Bairstow and Butler, they opened and they were trying to feel their way through, but things just didn't come off good at all. Bairstow, he got out, and Butler, he got out shortly after. You know, one might wonder, if you didn't see the game, what happened to Jason Roy. Well, Roy wasn't in the game. He did his calf muscle. He did his calf muscle. I think he was in the previous game, so he wasn't there. So I tell you, New Zealand, they took advantage, and I think in the power play, I think it was the second lowest power play score that England would have put up since this 2021 staging of the World Cup. So you can imagine the New Zealand bowlers had them down. I must say, the New Zealand bowlers, you know, Tim Southey, they had to keep him on for 3 overs straight. You know, they wanted to see if they could probably get a couple of early wickets and put them on the back foot. You know, but they played a good counter-attacking innings. You know, Malan, he finally came good and got 41 off 30, and Moeen Ali is a man that seems to be there whenever England needs him, whether with the ball or with the bat. He came in and he got a solid half century. You understand? But before him, Josh Butler got 29 off 24, you know, and was looking to really tee off. You guys will remember that beautiful, wonderful century that he got the other day. He was looking to tee off again, but just didn't work. You know, so Southey, as I said, they bowled out Southey from early. You know, he got the ball to swing around and thing. He ended up getting, I think it was 1 for 24 that he got. And yeah, man, it didn't work out too well. Trent Boult was roughly treated. Yeah, man, Trent Boult was roughly treated. He wasn't able to pick up a wicket. He went wicketless for 40 runs. So he was clobbered. He was clobbered today. Got a couple of inside edges that could have easily gone on to the stumps that went down to the boundary. But, you know, a wicket is a wicket, and he did not pick up any. You know, so 166 is what they got. We're talking about 37 for 1, 53 for 2, 116 for 3, 156 for 4, then all the way up to 166. So, you know, they got off to an okay start, because as I said, they got up to 37 before they lost a wicket. It's just that even though Butler and Bairstow were there, they weren't able to hit a lot of boundary and a lot of, you know, six and thing. So they were there rotating the strike. They got a couple of boundaries in the latter part of the power play, like over number 4, 5, and 6. They didn't get much in the first 3 overs. So yeah, man, that is exactly why Southie had to bowl out so quickly. Now New Zealand, they went in and they were just they lost wickets early. So they probably the England fans were saying, yeah man, this one is in the bag, because England lost Guptill pretty early, and when Kane Williamson went, oh my, I think all of the hopes went along with Kane Williamson. But as I said, a young man stepped in that Ian Bishop would say, remember the name, and he was able to bat through the innings, scoring a solid half century. Right, I'll give you his numbers further down. So well, let me give you it now. He actually got 72 off 47. That's Mitchell. Batted extremely well. Came in, looked poised, was able to rotate the strike, and then in the latter part he whacked it. I think it was Wokes. Wokes felt the bitter end of the stick, as they would say. He was actually clobbered for, I think, for a couple of sixes and maybe a 4 in a over. Yeah man, he was dealt with harshly. But I tell you, the batting was excellent, guys, in the latter part there. Now, as I said, they lost a couple of early wickets, so they definitely had to rally around. We're talking about 4 for 1, 13 for 2, 95 for 3. Then they got to 107 for 4, and 147 for 5. And that is where it ended in terms of wickets. So you see, it was actually the back end of the innings that things really work out. Devon Conway, coming into New Zealand team just recently, he did okay also. He got 46 of 38. So he supported Mitchell extremely well. Nisham, always there and thereabout, he got 27 of 11. And as I said, Wokes was battered. His figures finished up. He finished up with figures of 2 for 36. Rashid had one wicket for 30. I think it's about 30 runs or so. Livingstone got 2 for 22. So New Zealand, they are going to be facing either Pakistan or Australia. Any one of those two teams that go through. The funny thing about cricket, you see, Australia, they didn't start off the tournament particularly good. Pakistan started off well. I think they lost. They went through. Yeah man, I doubt they lost any game. But this is the thing now. This is a pressure situation. This is not a group stage. This is a semi-final. So any little thing that you tweak or any little thing that you change can throw off the entire thing. And don't for one moment believe that Australia is going to come and give it up easy like that. Australia is going to go out there and they are going to put bat to ball. They are going to put ball to wicket. Whatever, if they bat first, whatever they score, they are definitely going to be looking to defend it. And same thing, whatever the team go out there and score in Pakistan, they are going to look to chase it. So Pakistan need to be on their P's and their Q's, right? They need to go out there and take care of Australia, and then they can meet New Zealand in the final. But boy, that is how the game is, eh? England started off so good. They got to semi-finals. New Zealand take care of them, and New Zealand now in the final. England home, right? So Pakistan, we don't want them to be a next team that started off well and just make the Australians them go out there and deal with the business. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to the second semi-final, and we're going to be carrying Pakistan. We want Pakistan to win. We don't really to support Australia. We want Pakistan win, man. And Babar Azam, he has led his troops well. A couple of players, they have performed extremely well. Shaheen Shah Afridi, Mohammad Rizwan, Babar himself, the spinner, they have done very well. Now tomorrow, I think they are going to be playing tomorrow. So in that game, they are going to need all hands on deck. One player that is usually very crucial for Pakistan that he has not fired thus yet, is Hassan. He's definitely going to be looking to go there and see what he can do. Because they, as I said, all hands on deck when it comes on to Australia. David Warner, he got some runs the other day. Yeah man, David Warner got some runs against West Indies the other day, so his confidence might be up there. So You know, Pakistan just need to be careful. If they're going bat first, they go out there and pile up some runs. If they end up having to bowl first, they go out there and they need to get rid of David Warner as early as possible. The longer Warner bats, then the more likely that he's going to put on a good total. Because Warner is not going to stay out there and bat 40, 50 balls if he's not scoring. So, you know, they need to get rid of him early. But, yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, I'm not even going to enjoy this one. I just wanted to let you guys know that New Zealand, they have knocked out pre-tournament favorites England. You see, that is how the World Cup is, you know. So India out, West Indies out, and you know, see England out now. Another team that was expected to do well. So we're going to keep a close eye on the rest of the World Cup and see how things goes in. Big up on yourself, peeps. I'm out.